Here, AV357, and this is a review of the HG Super Robot Wars Huckebein Mach 2, and gotta warn you, this is a bootleg, not a actual official model kit that I bought, because the actual official one is so damn expensive. So I was really into Super Robot Wars. I believe the Huckebein Mach 2 is from, I forgot what game iteration it was, but I remember it was from either a PSP game. And yeah, let's take a look of the Huckebein Mach 2. And yes, I did matte finish it because it was a bit shiny to me. Here's the feet. Of course, you can see all the gears, arms. You can see some bit of the scratch I accidentally did, or the sprays. Nice dull paint, which I spray painted it with a good old Tamiya matte coat. And it was really helpful and useful. Thanks to that, I really like the finish. The matte finish is really good. And that's really all for the looks. Very vibrant yellow on the side, and nice navy blue, dark blue, and nice navy blue right here. And then you don't see it, but it's off-color white. But yeah, typical bootlegs. Backpack, of course, I matte top coat the backpack as well. And yeah, some problems I met is, okay, one thing I would definitely recommend you if you're going to buy this kit, make sure you sand off some of the joints, especially the arms and the waist, really on the waist, because when I was building the waist, right, you don't see it, but it was super tight to the point where I could not move the waist joint, so I had to cut off that piece and then sand it off, and then use not super glue, but a adhesive to like put it solid, and then actually like make it movable. Counting the arms too, as you can see, you might not see it, but there is a cut right there because the arms were too tight. The joint on the arm, especially the upper arm, was really tight, so sand that off. And the legs, these joints right here and the sides, they're really tight, so just sand them off and I think you will be fine. And everything else feels solid, not bad. I had a lot of problems, just mainly the joints, but overall, it's pretty good. Now, for accessories on him is, of course, the good old nice hands, right? You can see the hands, obviously. It's open fist hands. If you don't count as open fist hands. And let's go do something basic with these pair of opening hands. Yes, yes, I have tape, because the arms, once you get it out of the box or make it, this bootleg, specifically the hands, were super loose, very loose on out of box, so I had to use duct tape to actually make it like stiff and not like be an annoyance to me whenever I use the weapons. You just plug it in. It's just a basic ball joint, you know, this and that, and yeah, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy, not that hard. Typical joints, you know. Then, of course, comes with its good old beam rifle, which there's a sticker right here. There was stickers. I decided to, you can't see very well, but I decided to paint the eyes and just didn't care about the visors. The eyes were awful. I didn't like it. And you just plug it in. It's just the basic sandwich fold of the hands, but be careful because this is really tight. The peg right there was really tight, so I had to sand that off too. Then just plug it in and just put it in. That's it. Oh shoot! And there we go. The beam rifle right there, you know, not bad. Looks cool. I really like it. I'm just gonna keep it there because oh my god, the the joint on that was really hard. And then let's go with the good old pair of pink beam sabers. I almost call it rifles. Yes, these are unfortunately these are solid plastic, as you can see the air bubbles. You can hear the noise from that. That is not solid plastic. And thankfully, the beam sabers are located at the side skirts, which really love weapons that are stored in the super robot, not mobile suit. I know my robots. And you just plug it in just like so, if you can't see, but yeah. Good old pair of beam sabers. Since this is a square, it will not slide off from the hands. As an example, it will slide off the hands, but if you just put it on there, you know, okay, that's a bit too tight, but you know. Yeah, good old beam sabers. Just do be mind that if you buy this certain bootleg, just be careful with the beam sabers because the beam sabers are made out of solid instead of a soft plastic material, and you might actually break it. And so I had to take it off because I'm too lazy to actually do something. And here is this arm thing. I don't know what it is fully, but it is a arm gauntlet where it throws its saw. I don't know a lot about the Super Robot War mechs, so all I know, it's a buzzsaw. And you just plug it on the square feet where you can see this not tiny, but a peg joint right there. Not peg joint, but a peg. You just install it onto your arm like so. Of course, since it's a bootleg, there's gonna be a lot of misfitting in there. Then you just flip it around, and one accessories for the arm gauntlet is this. The buzzsaw when it's inactive or when the Huckebein Mark II is using it. It's cool, bendy wire. There's a piece right here where you just stick onto the gauntlet. Just simply pull out the inactive buzzsaw, which looks like this. Kind of boring. And you just stick it in this peg on the back over here. Try to, if the wire doesn't pop off, then boom. Here's the wire while it's active. Pretty cool. Pretty dynamic too, if you want nice shots of it. Gah. Then the final accessory is this big gun. This big cannon, which I don't know what it's called, but it looks really cool. I love it. This is the main reason why I bought this model kit, so-called, because I love mobile suits or mechs with huge weapons they can use. I think it's called a G cannon, but I don't know. But yes, as you can see, the design, it looks sick. I love it. And how you just plug this in is just, there's handles right here, 2 of them. You can just stick it onto the finger, or the other way, where there's a peg, and you just take out this crotch piece, which shows a peg hole, and then just slide it in the, crotch piece. Then boom, you got a a big rail cannon on the crotch. I'm just gonna pretend like it's holding it because why not? And that's really all the accessory that comes on it, or on the Huckebein Mark II. And there's one more, which is a stand base, which is pretty loose, especially the top. The top is very loose, and you can always use the stand base for, typical things, blah blah blah, and stuff. Now, the best part of this is this model kit fun to play with? Well, let's go find out in the articulation, I mean. So, articulation, the head can go up, down. There's a double joint underneath it. You can't see, but there is a neck. You could go down, pretty tight, up, left side to side if you can. Then the arms, 360 since it's on a ball joint. This can swivel. This has a double joint, which can go up all the way over here. Be careful because I sand a bit down with the lower arm. And then this, obviously, it's on a ball joint. The shoulder pads can go up very high, which, yeah, as you can see, which can give you very dynamic. It could go all the way up that far. Then there is a mechanism, or should I so-called butterfly joint. Pretty little, but hey, enough for the articulation. And there's another joint where, as you can see in the middle of the shoulder pad, where you can slide this mechanism in the arm, which I really love. It gives out more dynamic poses. It's really good. It also works on the other arm. I do say I had to use duct tape because this arm kept on giving up on me every time I swivel it, so I might as well just duct tape it at that point. I think super glue would have been better, but I didn't have super glue at that time. At this time, I guess, during the recording. And I do say you might want to shave this piece right here on the crotch because over time it's gonna get loose and gonna pop out, which is annoying. Waist, of course, you can try to extend the waist. And then you could give some nice ups and downs. You might not see it, but up, down. There's a ball joint, but the ball joint is pretty tight. Let me take off the wings. This ball joint, you could possibly go 360, but I don't recommend it. Of course, side to side. Very tightly, scarily tightly, side to side. The legs, the legs, or side skirts, I guess, all the way up. Just mine of this white piece right here. Side skirt, they're on a ball joint, as you can see. So, yeah. Obviously, ball joints can do. The back skirts are not a separated piece, unfortunately. Then the legs, it doesn't have any, if the bootleg doesn't have any sides. It could go up, double joint, down, until it hits the back, side to side, before this calf piece hits the joint. Then there is a peg right here, which is scarily tight. Go up and down, but it is super tight, so I'm not going to, do anything with it. There is a joint right here, which you're able to pivot, which is nice. Love pivots. And of course, the feet is on a ball joint, and this leg piece, this piece right here is on a ball joint, and this is also on a ball joint. And for the backpacks, obviously, it's on a ball joint, so you can give it more dynamic poses with it. and pretty cool, you know. For size comparison, here is the HCE Freedom Gundam Revive and the HGCE Rising Freedom. Here's it with the HUC Moon Gundam and the HG Witch from Mercury Gundam Ariel. And here is the RG Sazabi and the HUC Sinanju Stein. For being a bootleg kit, this is a surprisingly decent, I say, decent model kit. Because, of course, it's bootleg. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff with it, especially with very super tight joints, especially around the limbs and waist. But overall, if you're able to make sure that you're able to sand them down, this will be a really good bootleg or really good replacement for the actual official Huckebein Mark II, which is around, in the aftermarket prices, around $80. I completely forgot about one thing, is, of course, there's a joint for this, or there's a peg for the beam rifle. So there's a peg hole, and you can just plug it in so it can store it. Of course, weapon storage, I forgot about that, so yeah, just a little, oh shoot, just a little advancement there. If you're able to have the time and effort to actually matte top coat it, because it was a bit shiny off out of the box, and do the of course sanding, obviously, it is a really good 1/44 scale super robot. And the pricing of this is only, I was able to get this bootleg for $8. For $8, this is really good. But do I recommend it to beginners? Most likely not if you don't have the tools for it. But if you're a person who is used to bootlegs and sanding, then yes, this is definitely worth the price. So, this is, for me, I'm not being biased, this is what I do. I really have to say, it's decent, but at the same time, it's not as good as I thought it was out to be. But if you're a really big fan of Super Robot Warrior and don't have enough money to buy the the official one, which is like around $80-$60 now, this is a really good replacement. And this is my overall review of the bootleg high grade Huckebein Mach 2. And this is the end of the video. Like and subscribe if you want to see me review more bootlegs or official model kits or SH Figuarts. And this is it now. Bye!